Hey,
Hi.
are you in the closet?
Yeah.
Sure are.
We have 6 more episodes. I'm going to do the next 6 episodes all in different locations.
Okay, great. Caution to the wind. Let's go.
Random as hell.
Love it. I love it.
Fun. Welcome to Fire Away, Seriously Funny Conversations, the podcast where we catch up on things that make us laugh and things that make us human. We are Matt Bays and
Leslie Robbins.
Leslie Ray Robbins. And today we are going to talk about Thanksgiving. What's your favorite side dish? Shove it in your mouth. We talk about
The Duggars.
Yes.
Ginger, Joanna, Joshua, Jeremiah, Jedediah,
Jasper,
Jillian, Josh,
and Karen. I wonder which one wrote a bad book about the family.
Jessa.
It's true.
It is.
Oh, shit. What else did we talk about? Working out at the gym with Happy Farms people.
That's right.
And get a year-end review of my birthday party.
Yes.
This is post-work, Leslie. Things are stressful. I can feel it coming through the screen. You're like,
no, I actually got
in the closet. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
No, I got everything done that I needed to get done to be gone for a week. So I feel good. It was just a really intense,
Oh, you got your cute birthday shirt on. And I've got mine on from the party.
Oh my God. It's the only shirt I own.
So you are leaving for a week?
Yeah. Tuesday morning, our flight is at 6 a.m.
Oh, dear Jesus.
I know. And so I'm trying to clean. I'm trying to get everybody packed. I'm trying to check into flights. And, just once I get sat down at the airport, I'll be like, whew.
Once you get set the F down with your paper ticket.
Correct.
You'll be fine.
So the flight is at 6. So I'm thinking we have to leave at 3:45.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Oh, listen, you're asking the wrong person because
no, I'm not.
I'm 2:45 is fine.
No,
or we can just spend the night sitting in the terminal. There's another option.
I consider that. I was like, what if we just got a hotel down by the airport?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm overreacting as usual.
Some of those things go awry though too, because then some people think we got time in the morning. We don't have to be in a rush. And I'm like,
no, we always have to be in a rush.
I'm with you. If I had to sit there for 2 hours writing or Facebook scrolling or whatever, I'd be happy as a clam. I just don't want to be running down that terminal. That happened to me not too long ago. It was me and some girl running for it. And she was 20 and I was trying to keep up with her.
You're like, hold on to me, drag me.
Which is getting harder and harder because I'm now 52.
You had a birthday.
There's a little transition.
This is the second episode we've talked about your birthday.
Well, we talked about yours for 1.5 too.
Okay.
At least just a few minutes.
Okay, go for it. What do you want to talk about?
Okay. Here's what I want to talk about. First of all, I had such a great weekend. So we started celebrating on Friday, decorated, and we were just going to have a few people over. No big deal. And it turned into a whole shindig.
Oh my God. I felt so sophisticated and grown up at your party and so gay.
You felt gay?
Well, it was just
isn't it a good feeling?
It just felt like something you see out of a movie, two gay guys having a party in their cool, converted house and charcuterie and they're sophisticated friends that are professionals. And then there's me who's from the sticks.
There were people who were like, is Leslie going to be there? Is Leslie going to be there? And then they came in and one, Kristen, she was in the kitchen before she met you. And she was like, oh, there she is. I don't want to fangirl all over her, but.
Oh my God, that's so silly. Now she knows me and she knows it's silly.
Now she knows it's no big deal. Although yours was one of my favorite stories. Listen, there are a lot high-powered storytellers in that room.
Mm-hmm.
And yours still ended up being my favorite.
About my dad?
And it was Sparklers. Well, that one was good too.
Oh, okay.
But as the story goes, Leslie went to the mall one day with her kids And they went inside and they did all the things and shopped and saw the Easter bunny, all these wonderful, glorious things. And then 2 hours later, she went back out to her car, which was running for 2 hours.
Yes.
Oh,
God.
That. Didn't see the punchline coming. And it was like, she nailed that. You know what? It made me feel good because I felt like you were my child coming in and I just wanted you to impress all my new friends.
And I did.
You did it. You did it, Leslie.
Stuck
They're
the
still
landing.
talking about it. Every day I get texts, Leslie.
I'm sure. I'm
She's
positive.
amazing.
That's how it's always been for me. I mean, I just center of attention.
I mean, you went from cheerleader to
who even knows what I went to?
Fire away podcaster. Yeah. In my book, you'll always be popular.
Let's talk about the barbecue restaurant right underneath your house and how I would be there every freaking day.
There was a barbecue restaurant underneath our house.
I don't know. What is it? So you turn around the corner and you walk back towards the...
and
there's something
a hot
right
dog
there.
place.
I'd be there every night.
Senate hot dogs.
There would be no cooking in my home. I'd be like, guess where we're going?
Here's the strange thing. It's like a hot dog cut in half, then pool table bar area. And the hot dogs are like supposed to be like gourmet hot dogs or whatever. They're really, really good. And they're not super pricey or anything like that. It feels sort of regular, but every time we've gone in there on that other half, I'm like, what's happening? There are always gay people in there. I'm like, do we have a gay hot dog stand? Is that what's happening? Because there's all kinds of punnies on that.
There is. But me and Tom, we were like, we'd be here every night for sure. Yeah. There'd be no dinner.
Yeah.
Hot dogs for dinner tonight. Go downstairs.
Oh, we have to talk about that cake.
Ooh, I've almost eaten all of it myself. Almost.
Yeah, we gave you a big slab. Well, because there were 11 people there in total with Chris and I. And there was a cake that served 12 or 36. Those were the two sizes. So which one do you think we got?
The 36.
Of course. And sent people home with basically a 12-piece of their own cake, because there was so much left over. And there's still a big slab in our refrigerator, too, that I'm eat on tonight. And I ate on yesterday as I watched Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and Tootsie. That was my actual birthday, Leslie.
That sounds perfect.
I laid around and watched movies and ate charcuterie and cake.
It was all good. It was so I felt like I was in a movie like You've Got Mail or something. You know those parties that they always went to when you got mail?
Yes.
It felt like that to me.
Maybe.
Anywho, I got to charge up. I've been at work all day.
Okay. Yeah. I had just had it like a protein shake, but it has caffeine in it.
Oh,
so I feel a little hopped up. And I got orange backpack before my birthday. Orange leather backpack. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Love it.
Is orange your favorite color?
No.
No.
Nope. Okay. Navy blue. Then
orange is kind of
yellow.
pops.
Yeah, it's cool. It's all orange. There's no other color on it. So it's not orange and black. It's just orange. Just cool. And I also got from my friend Ryan a bling microphone. And that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. So it plugs into your computer or on its own. You turn it on and it's like Mr. Microphone, but literally the whole handle of it is all bedazzled in like rainbow colored gemstones.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. And it's Bluetooth. So it hooks up to your phone, plays music, and you can sing along with it.
Oh my God.
Which I have a video of me doing. It's actually a video that's actually sort of funny because I'm figuring all of this out at the same time I'm like talking. Chris is videoing me. I didn't realize it. And I'm like talking about it. And I was like, oh, it plays music. And then all of a sudden I was like, look out for me. I mean, start singing. It's playing through this. It has speakers. So it plays the music from the speakers and you can sing along with it. I was just like, listen, I'm living my best life right now.
Ryan with the best gift. High five.
It was a good present. Yeah.
I just gave you a card because you said don't get any gifts.
I did.
So next time I know that means bring gifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that Tom signed his name in invisible ink because it never showed up.
No, I bought the card. It's from me. If Tom wanted to get you a card, he could get you a card.
It was like Leslie. I was like, and Tom. He he did come. It was fun to be around him.
Yeah.
He just seems like a guy you could just take anywhere and he's just going to like fit right in there and chit chat with people. And
at Cassidy's open house, I put my sister, my dad, and Tom on welcoming committee because I am not like super extroverted, and those three are. And I was like, "You're in charge. Have fun." So they were like, "Hi, welcome. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Don't know you, but hi." Yeah.
And did I not text you a few hours before and say, what is your level of anxiety over this party?
I wasn't anxious because I feel comfortable when I'm around extroverted people. That means I don't have to be on. So as long as I don't have to be in charge of this, I'm good. I'll just hide behind the extroverts.
I was wondering about that because I know sometimes people who are introverts are like, ugh, party. I'm going to have to like recover the next day, you know?
No, it was fun.
Yeah. It was fun. And everybody stayed. It was kind of like come when you want sort of thing. But everybody just kind of came, camped out there, ate and chit-chatted. And we had Luke Bryan station playing in the background.
One of the most shocking moments of the night for me was like, is this country?
I've never listened to it in my life. But when we got this new place, like some of the stations were set through the Sonos speaker system. I don't even get it all. But one of them was Luke Bryan's station. And one afternoon I was cleaning windows and I was like, it was an hour. And I thought, I love this music playing in the background. Listen, I don't want to sing it or, you know, in that way, it was just nice music in the background. Well, after you guys all left, my friend Beth, her daughter goes to University in Cincinnati. And she said, me and my boyfriend are like 2 minutes away. And I was like, oh, stop over and have some cake. So they came over and we're sitting there for a few minutes. And her boyfriend goes, is this Luke Bryan? Are you guys listening to Luke Bryan? I don't even know who that is.
Right.
You know, and I was like, yeah, it's the Luke Bryan station. He was like, I'm impressed. And I was like, okay.
That's basically what Tom's reaction was. He was like, is this, what's his name, Childers? And I was like, oh my God, he's hearing country music. So he felt at home. Yeah.
Yeah. And also Beth's daughter's boyfriend thought that I was 38.
Yes.
So I got that going for me. It was the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Were you like, I'm going to kiss you right on the mouth. Thank you.
I know, it was kind of nice.
That's really sweet that she came by. I don't think my kids would do that.
It was really sweet. And you know what? It's fun to experience your friends' kids outside of them. Yeah. You're always with them at their house and they're around or whatever. So to have her come over and Beth not to be there and just to be able to sit and chit chat with her was just, I've never done that before. And I was like, this is cool. Right. So I'm hoping she comes over more and we have some time to like, I don't know, just be a place that she can go, you know, during college if she wants to get away and whatever. Let's order food and chill. So
this is going to come of no surprise to you, but I was obviously overhearing Chris talking to somebody at the party. And I think he is the nicest, seriously, nicest human being. He was just, I can't remember what he was saying, but I remember just being like, he's so sincere and genuine with this conversation. Like he sincerely cares what he's asking this person. And I just thought that was he must be an awesome boss.
Yes.
You know? Can you imagine having a boss like him that's just like kind and sincerely cares about you and like knows you? Oh, man.
I've told him that before because he's kind of upper echelon leadership, right?
Yeah, of course.
That not all the guys that are there or women that are there are like emotionally attuned to their people because they're meeting deadlines and managing so many things and understandably.
Yeah.
But your superpower is being able to, number one, not get your panties in a twist, you know, over almost anything. Right. You know, and being able to listen to people, let them go at their own pace and learn at their own pace. He's never freaking out and he genuinely cares about everyone in the room. It's true. I heard it in that conversation. And I just was like, what a nice person. Like just nice. Yeah. Nice. A quick hard turn. I've noticed over your shoulder, are those shoes tied?
on the shelf?
These ones?
All of them, Matt. Every one of them.
There's a couple that are tied. Some of them are tied.
You are so type A.
I like to clean things.
There's a reason, like people say, do you make your bed every morning when you get up?
Every morning.
Well, my comeback is always like, do you tie your shoes after you take them off? No. But Matt, you would answer, yeah, I do.
Oh, no. Let's be honest. I don't tie these shoes. Sometimes I just slip them off and then they go up there.
Okay. Oh my God. Wow.
But they are spaced very evenly.
You are absolutely never allowed in my bedroom. Ever. Never. It's never allowed.
Here's the funny thing.
No.
My mom and I had a conversation about this. Like she said, because she's super clean. That's where I get it from. Mm-hmm. And we both enjoy, like she'll say, that's my exercise. She cleans every day. And as one story goes, I vacuum only the rooms that people go in. That's what she said. But I don't necessarily vacuum the bonus room every day unless Davey goes in there to open or shut the blinds. And I said, and how often is that? And she kind of paused and then went, every day. I was like, but she at 79 years old, she's like, it's exercise for me. And I guess it is. And she's like, I just love doing it. And so do I. I like cleaning. I don't know why.
I love it.
But the point was, we don't judge other people, whether they clean or not. I don't even notice people's houses, whether or not they're clean. I'm not that guy. I don't care. It's just, I like it because it keeps my head clear. So I don't expect everybody else to do it. I just enjoy doing it.
Wow. That is a gift that I wish I had been given. And it is not. I can French braid my own hair. I don't really know what else I'm gifted at, but it is not cleaning.
Well, girl, I don't cook anything ever.
Me either.
And I don't want to. No, I bet you do some cooking.
It's a no and a no. I do nothing.
You don't cook ever, like anything. You don't make a chicken or potatoes or.
I don't. Like when my kids were little, like this is the mom I am. Chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, grilled cheese sandwich and soup, like easy things, frozen pizza. I don't make anything. That's why I was thoroughly impressed with the charcuterie board that was happening.
Yeah.
Now Tom will make like fried chicken and I'm not really into it. That is the part of domestic goddessness that I don't have.
You didn't get.
Cooking, cleaning, not my thing. Decorating, I like to kind of fix things or make it look cute.
Yeah. Cooking is not a thing for me. And I almost feel bad about it sometimes, but I actually know how to cook. I'm not great at it, but I do know how to do it. I just don't. And I'm good with not doing it. Like when it was just me, I'm getting a Little Caesars pizza or I'm making myself a sandwich and I'm happy as a clam. Mm-hmm. And some people are like, it's self-love. I'm like, so is Project Runway.
Yes, exactly. I'm with you on that.
Okay.
What was it we were talking about? We were talking about like the Duggars and the style, like women who only wear skirts. Mm-hmm. Should we go there? Or is that offensive? I mean,
I think it's fine to go there. Yeah, we were talking about it because I called you. I was buying rugs and I was at home.
Right.
And there were the ladies that walked by in long denim skirts and the long hair all put up and then the curly cues on the side. Yes.
And that's where we pick up this conversation. Because right now it feels like, listen, if they want to wear skirts, good for them. I don't care.
Knock yourself out with your long damn skirt.
What the heck ever. I don't care about that. What I am struggling with is like they're now like trying to be a little more trendy and like wearing cool shoes and like a cool top with their blue jeans. And then, so they're looking trendy, but then it's the hair that's still like in the Amish country. And I just want them to let their long hair down and like use a flat iron. I don't think God cares about flat irons in their doctrine. Can they just like flat iron it out and give a good blowout?
Well, I don't understand the rules because you got those curly cues from a curling iron.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So you can some, but you can't others. I don't understand it all. And it's fine. But the Duggars, that one girl, Duggar, is like coming out with a book where she's going to talk about stuff. But I watched that whole video. It was like a 3-minute video, and it still feels like it is steeped in evangelical.
Oh, it is. But I mean, if you think about this, she has been so isolated and in a bubble her whole entire life that even though she's stepping out, to us is still very conservative. To her,
it feels that way.
She has broken the bubble,
the mold. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's wearing pants now. She cuts her hair. Can you imagine? I mean, for her, in her perspective, that is huge. She is really pushing the envelope of her, raising. And she's only probably 30.
Listen, I watched the show and I actually thought they were kind of sweet parents. They seemed really kind and whatever. I don't have anything bad to say about that, but it is cult behavior. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. But they had to know that when you have 25 children, that at least one of them is going to be like, I think I see a problem here.
Yeah. I think for me, I hope I say this in a politically correct way, but anytime, no matter how many kids you have, if you shelter them and you don't let them around the real world, and then they grow up, and then they somehow are exposed to the real world, they have no idea how to navigate it, and so to me, that was always my problem with them. It was not that they wore skirts and they went to church every day and all that. That not a problem, but they were isolating them from reality. And so then you have, I mean, I'm not blaming the parents. I'm not blaming anybody, but just maybe your son is a sex offender because you didn't ever expose him to what sex is and talk to him about how to deal with it. Instead, you just hid him from it. And then he experiments on his sisters.
Well, and if it's that, hey, I mean, it is what it is. And if you're in that super patriarchal kind of community, then what women have often been taught in that is the woman's body is not hers alone, but the man's, right? Yeah. And they think that they exist to sexually gratify these men. And so a lot of those people get it twisted and think, okay, that this is mine. This belongs to me. I don't know. It's complicated, but I think it's a really dangerous way to raise kids. We're all doing our best. We're all making mistakes, and all of our kids are going to have things to say about it. But some of that stuff, which I am well acquainted with, not to that degree, but still I am, is stuff that you carry around for the rest of your life. Even when you realize that it's wrong, shedding the old skin of that takes a lot of effort, a lot of work, and then letting go of the shame or just even the echoes of it years later. I don't think that I'll ever be fully rid of that. Yeah. So I still have to every once in a while be like, oh no, that's an old message. That's an old tape. Even though I have been working through this stuff since 1998. And that's all I have to say about that.
So back to perms. My point is, if you're going to jazz up your wardrobe, let's jazz up your hairstyle. That's it. Flat iron, blow dryer, round brush.
It's always a dead giveaway. Like if they're walking past an aisle that's up to here and all you see is their head, if you see those curly cues right there, the little tendrils, I knew somebody once that called them smoky links. It made me laugh so hard.
Oh my gosh. They were so popular though in the 80s when you all would when you go to prom and it was the updos and the swirlies.
Well, and you have to be careful with how teeny the tendril is. You want it to be teeny, not some big hunk of hair. That's when it looks like a smoky link, like a big old poopy dong on the side of your head,
Yeah. Poopy dong. Okay.
Anyway. Okay. I wanted to tell you about one more thing.
Okay.
So number one, I went to the gym this morning and I think it was Happy Farms Day. because there were so many old people there. And Leslie, there was this guy that was probably, he had to be pushing 80, 75 at least. And he had on a sleeveless shirt and he was thinner than I am. But I mean, his arms were shredded. But he still had old man hair, that like the donut and the bald spot. And it was just, I mean, he looked really, really old. And then he pulled up his shirt to wipe his brow. And I mean, his stomach was washboard abs. He's old man. And I was like, this guy is like, who knows what's happening to his happy farms.
Oh my God. He's like
but there was a whole group and they belonged together because they were all talking to each other. And I was like, who are these people? And when I left, there was even one little old lady that opened the door for me. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she goes, we just talk different to old people. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, thank you. I would say that to some dude. I'd be like, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
She goes, you have a nice Thanksgiving now. And I was like, well, you do the same. Come here. Plant one right there.
I know. They're the sweetest things. I have a favorite and I can't help it, but his name's Bill. I talk about him all the time. But we went to the casinos this past week and I couldn't go because I had to do some work. So my assistants both went and I asked Bill to go with them just to be, company because he's real chatty and social. So he went and they said that they were eating hot dog and the hot dog had fell out somehow of his bun and he was still eating it.
Where was his hot dog?
He dropped in his plate and he was just still eating the hot dog and just talking and having a great time. And like he looked down and he noticed that he just picked it up and was like, he just brings me so much joy. I mean, just absolute joy. So I was putting up the Happy Farms Christmas tree and he was like, you need a ladder. You're too short for all that. And I was like, Bill, I don't care how old you are. I'm going to put you on top of that tree if you don't shut up. And he just dies laughing. He thinks it's so funny that I'm not like, oh, you're so cute. He likes the rhetoric and the stuff.
Oh yeah. He likes somebody giving it back to him.
Yes, he loves.
How old is he?
87.
He is?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Fun. I really enjoy the job. I enjoy the residents. Sometimes I don't enjoy the job so much, but I enjoy the people.
Yeah.
And I don't like people. So that says a lot.
Oh, I got to tell you one more thing about the working out thing.
Okay.
Chris can verify all this because he's kind of obsessed with it now. I'm working out one day. There's a track around the upstairs and I always work out in the upstairs area because it's sort of off on its own. You know how to like the people.
Right.
And this guy comes off the track and comes over to me and says, sir, can I ask you a question? He looks like he's like 30. And I said, sure. And he goes, how did you get your teeth so nice? They're so like white and straight. He goes, I know that's probably weird. And I was like, no, it's fine. And I was like, well, I mean, I had braces when I was little and I just kind of take care of them. He goes, but they're so white. And I said, once a year, I do a Target whitening kit. Like 7 applications once a year. And he's kind of like listening. His eyes were a little kooky, And then I was like, okay, that was it. And he was like, I'm sorry if that seems weird. And I was like, no, it's fine. It was just awkward. But then he went and I thought, whatever. The next time we go in, why'd you make that face?
I'm like, he's going to have the whitening strips on his teeth while you're all running.
No, he's handing them out at the door.
Right.
No, which, by the way, for anybody thinking about going into professional whitening, just get those Target white strips. They work great. So I see him and he is like kind of making a scene, right? He's downstairs and Chris is like, I think the guy that you told me about, because I told him what he looked like. He said, I think he's down here, but he's playing air guitar. And I said, well, that's not him. It was. I look over the rail down in the middle and he is like jumping off equipment and being like, yeah, the whole time, like really making a scene. And then I'm like, what is going on with this guy? Like, I think he's got to be on something. Leslie, the next time I'm in there, he's going around the track again and he is literally like all by himself. Everybody's watching him, looking at each other like, what the hell? And he'll get off of something, like put his weights down and be like, yeah, like he's yelling.
Oh my God.
It's super weird. I just don't think he's playing with a full deck.
Man.
Which of course makes me think somebody needs to get him help.
Oh my
he needs
God.
help.
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of reminds me of, remember back in the day when American Idol was first coming on and like they would show the tryouts of the people that were horrible
Yeah.
and they'd have like people with them. And you go, at what point do you tell your daughter, your cousin, your whoever, you can't sing?
Right.
You're going to make a fool out of yourself.
Well, and a lot of people used to say, oh, that's so fake. Those people know. And I'm like, here's what I'm going to tell you. I worked in churches and auditioned people for music teams for almost 3 decades. They don't know.
Right.
Now, maybe some of them's going in there to make a scene.
Yeah.
Like pants on the ground, or whatever. But people like William Hung, they really think they can.
Yeah.
And Leslie, I mean, I've had people audition that I was just like, dear Lord. I used to get so nervous to actually tell them.
Yeah.
And then after years of doing it, I was just fine. Like I treated it like somebody was telling me that I couldn't be a hospital administrator, because I can't. So I'd just be like, you're not ready for the weekend team.
Right. And then like you see it on TikTok, you see it on social media where you're like, where are these people's family that they're letting them post public videos that really are humiliating, but they don't know it? My point is it our place to tell people, or should we just let them be blissfully demented?
The Enneagram 8s of the world will clarify all of that for everyone.
And the 5s and the 1s will probably also.
Yeah. It depends on what your relationship with them is. And then you can say, hey, let's talk about this. I had one lady one time audition and she could sing just barely. She was really upset she didn't make the team. She wanted to come back and talk about it. And I thought, I didn't offer a bunch of stuff like you can't sing or whatever. I would just say, you didn't make it for the weekend team. I'm going to hand you off to some other people that are going to be looking for other ways that you can participate in the church service. But she was really bothered by it. And then she wanted to have a very frank discussion and know why. So I sat down with her and I was really honest. I said, listen, you can carry a tune like most people can actually carry a tune, but you're not a singer. And it's okay. There are plenty of things that I can't do. It doesn't mean anything about you. It's just not something that you've been gifted with, and that's all right. And she got teary and I said, what are the tears about? And she said, I kind of feel relieved because all my family are singers and we always had to sing together. And I was always afraid to do it, but I've always had to do it because they pushed me to do it. And she said, so it's all that I've ever done. So I think I just naturally go into that because it's what I know. So I'm excited about the idea of starting into something new and maybe finding out where my actual giftings are.
Yeah.
She got super involved with this ministry to special needs people. And I mean, really involved, like a major player and a major leader in this, and was so fulfilled. 6 months later, sent me this email that was like, thank you for telling me the truth. I'm not the hero of this story. I was glad she pushed through because some people will walk away, just be pissed and hate you forever. Yeah. And this lady was like, what else could I do? And ended up being way more gratified. So her email was like, I've never felt this way in music. And I was like, right, because you're working in an area that you have gifts for. The end. All that we're taking this Fire Away podcast. We're taking it to churches and telling the story, but we better hurry.
We got 5 more episodes.
Oh, that's good. Let's change this now and ask, what have you heard? Because I have not heard anything.
Wow.
And no, I haven't heard from anybody that's like, other than like, oh, you guys are quitting. I've had a couple people that are like, good for you. Thanks for doing this. I'm wishing you well. I'm sure you guys are going to do great things.
Right.
But I have not heard any like, how dare you take
No, nothing's been bad. It was just, they're sad. But it's on social media. Fire Away. Yes, on Facebook and on Instagram. Maybe I'm seeing them before you and you're not seeing them.
I've been on my birthday ride, so I have to go follow up on all those. But I've been thinking about this. Tell me if you think this is okay. I think we need to have a sparkler of the year.
Yeah. Sparkler of the year.
Like the sparkliest sparkler of the Fire Away podcast. But we'll probably piss off some other sparklers if we crown one.
Right. There has to be a criteria.
Okay.
Or do we just decide who it is and there's no reason?
Well, I think we decide.
Okay.
Who's been the most sparkly?
Are we deciding right now?
Oh, I think we need to have meetings and probably hire an outside team to come in.
Right. Have some gold.
Talk us through
like
it.
A trophy dipped in gold.
Yeah. And we need to have like columns.
Yes. Honorable mentions.
Totally.
Runner-ups, stuff like that.
Oh, like, yes.
Member at large, secretary.
I don't know if we have enough sparklers to fill all those positions.
Hey,
we might just have to go with second runner-up, first runner-up, and Queen Sparkle. And I said Queen, maybe it's King Sparkle. You don't know.
Maybe it is. We don't know. We are 8 plays away from hitting 6,000 plays.
Really?
Yeah, but that's not counting our YouTube. Listen, that's just audio. I would say we're at 7,000. I feel like that is an accomplishment. I feel like it's something to write home to mom about.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? You look forward to it. You don't eat it every year. Only once a year. Come on, play along.
Yes, broccoli casserole with mushroom soup and crispy crunchies on top and mashed potatoes. All my mom's food that she's going to make. But number one by a mile, and I know some people are going to be like, that's kind of a letdown, but they haven't eaten it, so they don't know. My mom's potato salad. I know, Leslie, who cares about potato salad? I'm telling you, I've not had anybody that I've given it to not go, holy shit. I'm like, I know, and I'm not sure what it is.
Is it a Thanksgiving dish, though?
Well, she makes it for a lot of special occasions, but she knows that she has to make it. And last time, guess what she did? She's never done it ever before. Mm-hmm. But Chris's son is vegan. She said, I've made the potato salad. Now, I took one bite of it. And I knew this is not her potato salad. She's done something different. But was I going to say anything? No. Why? Because I'm nice. But then later she was like, what did you think of the potato salad? I'm still not going to say anything unless she offers. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it was good. And she goes, I changed it. It was vegan. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she goes, you did not know. And I was like, oh, yes. I've been eating that since I was 3.
What is it? Eggs that they took out?
Well, there would be no eggs in it. She used vegan mayonnaise. So vegan is not eating anything that is a byproduct of animals or meat. So it's not just vegetarian. It's all like vegetarians can have milk, whatever. The old vegans can't. He's serious vegan.
Wow.
Very serious. Yeah. He's been doing it. He cooks all his own food and has been doing it since he's like 13.
Wow. Okay.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Stuffing, dressing,
really?
However you want to say it. Because who makes that? Nobody. You only eat it like once a year, and it's my favorite. And it's bread. So,
do you like it a certain kind? Is it like inside the turkey, or you don't care?
No, it's just cornbread and bread and butter and deliciousness and baked, and I love it. That's what I look for. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Love it. So
last year, my daughter was like, I want to make the turkey because we were doing like mixed vegan and not vegan. So the 2 step kids got together to make all this food. It was actually really cute and sort of heartwarming. Well, Chloe's making the turkey and it's called spatchcocking. Okay. I don't know anything about it, but here's what I can tell you. When it was prepped, finally, because we didn't know what we were doing, I'm not kidding when I say it looked like we found it like in a wood pile in the backyard. It was just the most effed up looking bird you've ever seen in your life, right? It was a mess. So I actually made a side-by-side of that turkey right next to E.T. when they find him in the ravine and he's just laying there with water pouring all over him. I mean, it looked like the same thing. But she lifted up the skin and put like butter all inside it. That turkey was the most awful looking thing you've ever seen, but I'm not kidding you. It was the best turkey I've ever had in my life. Oh, we were all like, what the hell? I mean, it looked horrendous, like roadkill.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. Spatchcocking. You should check it out. I'm sure some people are like, oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah.
All right. Love that. I hope to never make a Thanksgiving turkey ever. I'll go to Cracker Barrel and have it catered before I do it. I don't ever want to do it. I'll do the sides. I just don't want to be in charge of the main event.
Well, and you're going to have to at some point. You have to because you're a girl and you need to carry on the Black family Thanksgiving. Who's going to do it? Rebecca?
Yeah, she enjoys it.
She does?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring the napkins. Rebecca can make the turkey.
I'd be all about that. It just seems stressful.
It is. I don't want that pressure. I'm happy
and we've all been to Thanksgiving where somebody oughtn't to be cooking it.
My brother insists that my mom makes the mashed potatoes. Nobody else can do it, but they don't do it right. So
they have the little lumps in them?
No, they're completely smooth.
Okay.
That no one else can touch but my mom's. So happy Thanksgiving.
Ours is going to be very small this year. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's just going to be me, Chris, my mom, and my stepdad.
Are you going to them or are they coming to you?
We're going to them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be nice. Maybe on Friday we'll go out and do a little mall shopping.
Oh, no. Black Friday, can you believe it? Not my scene. I love a good Amazon order, though.
So you sit at home on Black Friday?
Yes. We're in Nebraska for the whole week, so we don't get out. One night, my mom and dad take all the grandkids to a movie and then send us to a really nice dinner, like all the grown-up kids. And then we do Christmas, and my mom and dad collect all of their change all year long, okay? Then they put it in a stocking, and we play this game called Guess How Much? And everybody goes around, and we write it down, and we put it in a little canister, and we all guess how much money is in that. And whoever wins it.
Like whoever's the closest without going over, or what's the rule on that?
I think it's closest without going over.
Okay. So what's the highest amount you remember?
In the 200s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I know. It's like a good gift, but we all scream, guess how much? And then my mom comes in and my dad wears like a
game
candy
show.
100. And my dad wears a candy caned suit, blazer, and dress pants. And they come out and they do a whole thing. Yes. So we make it fun.
That is funny. I want to see a picture of him. You've got to have
video
one, right?
it. I'll video it this week when we do that. My dad will go, everybody knows what time it is. And then guess how much?
That's it for us today on Fire Away. We'll be back with more seriously funny conversations next week. 5 more weeks. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/podcast Fire Away and on Instagram at fireaway_podcast. And watch us via video on our YouTube channel, where I'm in the closet and fire this podcast off to a few friends. Fire away.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We hope you get everything that you ever wanted in the whole wide world for your food. Spatchcock that damn turkey.
Don't forget your Thanksgiving pants.